Louisburg, J. A third team offensive selection for Louisburg, Carolina Gordon. An honorable mention all selection from Southwest Virginia, Villa Francis. An honorable mention all major selection from Southwest Virginia, Patty Day. And Region 10 Player of the Year in Southwest Virginia, Paige. Congratulations to all of our nominees. And now, the starting lineups, first and third base Louisburg. And number 2, Corey Jackson. And number 1, Sarah Gordon. And number 2, Jay Allen. Another number 4, Michael Shannon. And for number 21, third game for coach by Madison Jr. is assisted by Courtney Bruce. And now,
Welcome back to Cape Fear Community College and the quarterfinals in the Region 10 Women's Basketball Tournament. This is the 4-5 matchup. The 4-seed Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles at 17-9, 14-6 in the region, taking on Louisburg, the Hurricanes, the 5-seed, 10-11 and 9-10 in Region 10 play. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Top seed advancing. Cape Fear wins over Richard Bland. Winner of this game will play Cape Fear in the semifinals as Southwest Virginia controls the opening tip, and we're underway. Flying Eagles beating Louisburg twice in the regular season. So they have beat them both regular season meetings as the player of the year, Paige Niehammer, off on her first shot. 3-ball no good by Day, and Louisburg gets the stop. Both games were within 10 points. It was an 89-82 victory for Southwest Virginia on the road November 16th. And then they won 67-58 on February 2nd. Louisburg was -12 and -14 on the glass in both of those games. Francis goes to work, swings it out, extra pass into the corner for Owens. Now Niehammer down low, double teamed, gets it out to Day. A minute in, no score yet here in our second quarterfinal game. Francis with 2, with 1, can't bank it, and it's a shot clock violation. Nice defensive start here for Louisburg. The Hurricanes have lost 3 straight entering the tournament. They had a 4-game winning streak prior to that, which was their best stretch of the year. Southwest Virginia had a 9-game winning streak from January 29th to February 18th. Here is Correa for 3. Can't get it to go, and it's a rebound to Owens. Into the front court, Francis. Paige Niehammer triple-teamed, shoots it over, and scores. Niehammer is the Region 10 Player of the Year, 22.2 points, 14.4 rebounds per game. shooting 54% from the field. Catch and shoot three, Clowney no good. Rebound by Niehammer. Into the forecourt, it's Francis. Niehammer top of the key. She'll hand it off now to Day. Johnson with the bounce pass to Niehammer on the elbow. Swings it out. Day with 10 to shoot. Deliberate offense right now. Entry pass deflected. Niehammer comes and gets it. Up against the clock. She'll fire a triple. And can't get it to go. Flying in for the rebound, Day, but she was underneath the hoop. Would have been better advised to dribble that out, but let's see if the Canes can get on the board here with White missing. Tipped rebound comes to Francis. Throw ahead goes to Day. Back to Francis on the wing. Niehammer's got a one-on-one. Day attacks instead, blows by her defender and scores. 4-zip. Maddie Day, 10.9 points per game, 45% shooter on the year. Carolina Correa gives it far side to Clowney. A lot of returners for first-year head coach at Louisburg. The starting lineup, same starters as a season ago as White buries it. So 4-2 Southwest Virginia, what we expect to be a pretty competitive game. Veteran Hurricanes team, Paige Niehammer swings it out to Day. Up against the clock again. They look down low, and that pass deflected. They were looking for Johnson. So 5 to shoot here for the Flying Eagles. Francis gets it into Johnson. Johnson backing down, puts it up too strong. Rebound controlled by Griffin. Here comes Louisburg. It's White. Swings it out. Clowney, corner pocket, buries the triple. So Hurricanes back on, taking its first lead, I should say, 5-4. And they force a turnover here. 4 minutes into this first quarter. Early sub for Thad Lambert. It's Kaylin Vanoy. Maddie Day departs with 2 points. Clowney open on the left side. Hit one from the opposite side. Put back by Griffin, no good. And Niehammer secures the rebound. She will have a double-double today. I am guaranteeing that. Paige Niehammer has had a double-double in all but, I believe, 2 games this year. And another turnover on an offensive foul here for Southwest Virginia. So Flying Eagles got the first couple of buckets, and since then Louisburg has clamped down defensively. They have a 5-4 advantage. Correa into the forecourt, averaging 4.4 assists per game. There's cross court for White. Catch and shoot. Triple is good for White. So White has 5. Louisburg on an 8-0 run now. Vanoy, corner 3, too strong. Rebound by Johnson. And that triple does not go for Owens. Clowney thought about attacking. Out to the hot hand, White. She's hit another one. Second triple for White. Third triple for Louisburg. And the Canes have rattled off 11 straight points. That ball's going to be tipped out of bounds and send us to our first timeout. Hurricanes on an 11-0 run. They lead by 7. Welcome back, everybody. 4:46 to go here in our second quarterfinal in the Region 10 Women's Basketball Tournament. 11-0 run for the 5-seed Louisburg. Hurricanes lead at 11-4 over Southwest Virginia. Inbound goes to Owens out deep. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you from the home studio in Ohio. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. Be with you all week and weekend. Nice cut there by Francis. Couldn't get the jumper to go. Cold start for the Eagles right now. Canes on a big run as they have the basketball. Correa to Patterson. Patterson, runner. Air ball. And another rebound for Niehammer. Open look, Owens for three. Can't get it to go. Clowney the rebound. Clowney turns on the Jets. Doesn't have the numbers, so she'll wait for her friends. Gets it out. Open look, Griffin, no good. And a rebound control. Okay, folks, apologies for the technical difficulties we were having there. Patterson hit a three for Louisburg while we were away. Paige Niehammer backing down now. Her turnaround is no good. Put back no good by Harvey, who's been inserted. Grace Harvey in the game for the first time. That jumper by Adams is no good. Three by Clowney, no good. So 14-0 run for Louisburg here. Out of this gate strong. First couple of buckets in the game for Southwest Virginia, and then the Canes have just rattled them off since then. White has 8 points, Clowney with 3, and Patterson with 3. I don't know what the deal is with my software, folks, but what I'll do probably at halftime is just restart everything, and hopefully it'll be cleared up. They go into Niehammer. Niehammer, tough angle. What a defensive job the Hurricanes have done so far on the Region 10 Player of the Year, Paige Niehammer. They don't pick up the ball. The three no good by Patterson, who hit one moments ago. Now here's Day back in the game. Swings it out to Francis. Niehammer down low. Bucket no good. Rebound by Correa. Throws it full court. Day intercepts. Top of the key, Francis for three. Can't get it to go. Niehammer the rebound. Swings it out. Francis at the free throw line will back it out. Vanoy blows by the defense and scores. First bucket since the opening minutes for Southwest Virginia. For the Canes, Patterson, not that time. 1 out of 3 from downtown. Into the forecourt, Francis. Minute 10 to go in the first quarter. Niehammer attacking. Niehammer throws it up, and she'll go to the free throw line. Paige Niehammer, the Player of the Year in Region 10, the nation's leader in rebounds per game at 14.4, in total rebounds at 360, and in total defensive rebounds at 280. And as I mentioned earlier, she has had a double-double in all but 2 games this year. She's 5th in the NJCAA in points per game, and she has scored 20-plus in 6 straight games. She's got 3 here, and she's going to get a quick breather as Johnson comes back in. The first time that she played Louisburg, she scored a season-high 37 points, went 14 of 17 from the field, and had 19 rebounds. Canes have done a nice job on her thus far. Corner pocket jumper no good by Patterson. Into the forecourt, Francis. Bounce passes it away. Adams with the steal. Adams for the Canes. Up tempo. Swings it out. Campbell in the game. Missed her jumper short. Natalie Campbell off the bench. Zamaya Adams off the bench. Extra pass to Day. Open look, Francis for three, no good. Offensive rebound, Johnson, and her putback is good. And that ball deflected out. Patterson. Correa. Nice defense there by Francis. Forced her into that tough angle. 2-on-1. Running is Vinoy, and she is fouled. I think if that pass came maybe just a tick sooner, that would have been a layup. Instead, Louisburg had just enough time to recover defensively. And now Vinoy will have to earn it at the free throw line. 50% free throw shooter this season. 4th team foul on the Canes. Vinoy misses them both. 3 seconds to work with. Clowney grazes the rim, that's it. But a nice start for Louisburg. First 4 points went to Southwest Virginia. Next 14 to Louisburg. And it's 14-9 right now in favor of the 5-seed Hurricanes. We'll be back with the second quarter here in just a moment. That's me, Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with you. We're underway here in the second quarter of our second quarter final game here today. Winner of this game plays Cape Fear in the semifinals tomorrow at 2. Correa swings it out to Patterson. Patterson drives in, looking down low. Griffin losing the battle against Niehammer. Down low. Johnson's defender went for the steal, but the pass was long. Adams comes up with it. Adams front court. Again, they're giving Patterson some space as she backs down. Swatted, blocked by Johnson. Nice defense by the Flying Eagles. Here's Francis attacking, blocked, out of bounds. So I was saying before the end of the first quarter, Louisburg had a 14-0 run. Southwest Virginia has booked in that with 4- and 5-point runs. And the Flying Eagles within 5. The 4-5 matchup. Catch and shoot 3 by Day is off the back iron. Patterson, another rebound. Adams front court with it. This is Clowney. Over to Patterson. White now with 8 points in the game. Attacks the scoop, can't score. Fight for the rebound. Griffin had it but lost it falling away. Throw ahead goes to Day, cherry picking for 2. So Southwest Virginia now in a 7-0 run. They're within 3. Canes need an answer. As Clowney gets it out. Adams, and we got a whistle. In between quarters, while we were on a break, there was a little bit of a buffering issue, and it's got our audio out of sync. So at the next media timeout, I'll try to fix that. Uh, you know, I've been doing these tournaments a long, long time, and it seems like there's one game in every tournament that's just a streaming disaster. And I'm sorry to say for you folks, this might be that game. We'll get it. We'll get it going. Hey, we're doing better than. I don't know. Does anybody else have NBA League Pass? Like, I cannot. None of the TV apps work for NBA League Pass. So Griffin misses them both. So if you're hearing whistles way late, just know that it's not incompetent officiating. It's our stream. Francis has it out deep near midcourt. Francis attacks, blows by the defense, and scores. So Francis' first bucket. It's a 9-0 run now for Southwest Virginia. Gamer runs. Clowney pass tipped, recovered by Griffin. Niehammer tried to tie her up. Griffin stays with it, though. Here's Patterson. The midi, no good. Nice box out there by Johnson. Flying Eagles back in the front court. And we got a foul, no steal. Correa is back in as Patterson departs with her 3 points. Francis to inbound now for the Flying Eagles. Owens out deep. Niehammer on the wing. Niehammer backing down over to... Oh, nice reverse there by Johnson for the 2. Southwest Virginia back on top. It's our second lead change because of these crazy runs. Louisburg had a 14-0 run. Now it's a 11-0 run for Southwest Virginia. Correa up top. 10 to shoot. Correa right of the lane. Got a tough bucket there. Answering back quickly, or trying to, I should say, is Owens for Southwest Virginia. That is the first points of the quarter for Louisburg. Long pass goes to Niehammer now. Niehammer backing down and gets fouled. Second team foul on Louisburg. Niehammer will go to the free throw line with 6:32 to go until halftime. Paige Niehammer, just 3 points thus far. They've done a nice job on her. On the season from the charity stripe, Paige is a 68% free throw shooter. And she's up to 5 points now here this afternoon. So Flying Eagles back on top, 17-16. 4 lead changes, no ties yet. And what we expected to be the closest game of the day. Here's White trying to get into double digits, and that's going to be poked away back to the Eagles. The Southwest Virginia team, one of the best defenses in Region 10. Opponent shooting just 31.8% from the field. That's tops in Region 10. 23% from 3. Down low, Niehammer. And Niehammer is fouled. So more free throws for the Region 10 Player of the Year. Niehammer and the Flying Eagles got to the semifinals a season ago, coming up short. It's tough when you've got either Cape Fear or Bryan and Stratton in one of those semifinals. Whoever wins this game will play Cape Fear tomorrow at 2 p.m. Nearest us is Clowney. Takes the top of the key. Zone defense here for Southwest Virginia. It's Patterson back in the game. Swinging it to Correa, 10 to shoot now. Steps left, fires a triple, banks it. Carolina Correa gives us our 5th lead change of the game. Paige Niehammer down low. And the automatic bucket getter comes up empty this time. White with the rebound. Corner shot no good by Patterson. Niehammer collects on a tip. Nearing the midway point here of this second quarter. Flying Eagles looking to get the lead back. Niehammer is fouled. They're going to count that bucket. Niehammer up to 8 points. And she'll go to the free throw line. Looking for more. So Niehammer trying to complete an old school three-point play. She does. It's 9 in the game for her, and we'll go to a timeout. 21-19. The 4 seed leading the 5 seed here in the Region 10 quarters. Welcome back, everybody. That's a look at the all-region teams. We'll get the all-academic teams as well in there at some point. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you past the midway point here in the second quarter. 21-19 Southwest Virginia as the jumper is long for Adams. Big runs by both teams in this game. Paige Niehammer has been doing work here in this second quarter. She cleans it up, but no, they're going to wave it off. I think I got the sound resynced during that timeout, by the way. So I think Niehammer might have been whistled there. Either way, it's Louisburg basketball, a game that's had no ties yet, but 6 lead changes. It's Adams getting it to White. White with 8 points. Correa's got 5. Adams can't get on the board yet. Rebound controlled by Owens for the Eagles. Pushing it is Francis. Francis left of the lane, into the lane, banks it, no. Rebound Patterson. Adams skies it for Correa. Extra pass to White in the corner. Oh, the cutter is Patterson, and she puts it up and in. Nice find. Patterson now with 5, and now we have our first tie of the game. 3:53 to go until halftime. Vinoy hands it off to Francis. They're looking down for Niehammer again. They have been feeding the player of the year, and that's going to be off Louisburg, out of bounds. Harvey's going to come in. Niehammer will sit down. So important minutes here for Louisburg with Paige Niehammer out of the game. Francis to inbound it. It's an open look for Vinoy for 3, an air ball. Rebound by Clowney. Throws it ahead, Correa. Puts it up, no good. Tip rebound. Clowney And Clowney is fouled. Late whistle, but the correct call is Jade Clowney. Averaging 13 points per game, 76% at the line this season. Clowney's also 7th in Region 10 in three-point shooting, and just a tick under 30%. She has a triple for her lone basket so far today, and she's up to 4 points this afternoon. Make it 5. So Louisburg back on top. If you're just joining us, Southwest Virginia hit the first couple of buckets. Then Louisburg went on a 14-0 run to lead 14-4. Southwest Virginia answered with an 11-0 run of its own that bled into the second quarter. And we've kind of been ping-ponging back and forth ever since then. Both teams have settled in. Francis tossed to Vinoy down low. It's Grace Harvey for 2. Southwest Virginia answers back. 2 ties, 6 lead changes here in this one. It's been a fun one. Patterson from way outside. And Harvey another rebound. So Harvey providing valuable minutes here for Southwest Virginia with Niehammer out. Entry pass deflected and taken away. Patterson. Patterson in the lane. Patterson draws contact. Defense to hopefully offense for McQuishia Patterson, who is a 47% free throw shooter. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Calling the game from my home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. Cape Fear hosting this tournament. Was at Brunswick a season ago. Patterson up to 6 points. Make it 7. Looking good from the free throw line. Stats aver at 47%, but there's a lot of stats missing for this Louisburg team. Don't ask me. Trap is on for the Hurricanes. 2.5 to go until halftime as Southwest Virginia gets it across. So Canes by 2. Francis looking to attack. Almost had her pocket pick. And she was looking for Johnson and falling away. Threw it out of bounds instead. Cape Fear in our first game went through some offensive difficulties second quarter into the third quarter before regrouping and taking down Richard Bland. And I think everybody's kind of got it as a foregone conclusion that the 2 nationally ranked teams will be in the championship game. But I think whoever wins this game is going to have a lot to say about that. And that Cleveland team is really, really good too. Cleveland's lost only 4 games. Unfortunately, it's 2 to Cape Fear and 2 to Bryan and Stratton. As the midi is no good by Adams in the corner. Patterson has just been hustling her tail off here in this first half. Comes up empty on the rebound try, though. So it goes back to Southwest Virginia. I mean, Louisburg has a lot of players who know what they're doing out there, who have been in this situation before. Southwest Virginia has the Region 10 Player of the Year and probably the best player in the country in Paige Niehammer. So, either one of these teams can give Cape Fear a game as they go down low to Harvey. Not going to say it's going to be easy. It's really not. Really, really not. But nice little scoop and score there by Johnson, who's up to 6 points. Clowney looking to cook again. Gives it up. Adams trying to get on the board, in and out with that shot. Tipped rebound. She hustles for it, lays it up and in. Nicely done there by Adams. Inside a minute to go here in this opening half. And it's anybody's game with Louisburg controlling the slight edge. East, the bunny, no good. Vinoy with the putback, yes. Vinoy's second bucket. So we are about 7-second difference, game and shot clock, maybe a little bit less than that. Korea from the half circle, can't get it to go. Rebound by Day. Day, that little poke there by Adams. That's a little basketball IQ right there from Adams. You know, to do that, without fouling, because a lot of times you're going to get contact with the arm, so just did a nice job to force that turnover there, Adams. And now it's last shot time for the Canes. Clowney's got time, takes it a bit early, rebound to Johnson. 4 seconds to work with 2, with 1. Are they going to get it off? This will count, but it's an air ball for Harvey. So fitting into this half, it's been nip and tuck for the most part. A couple of big runs for each team in a game that's had 6 lead changes and 4 ties. We are tied at halftime. The 4-5 matchup, even at 27. We'll take the halftime break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with all the second half action. Don't go too far.
When I was 4, my dad had a bad accident that resulted in him needing 24-hour care. Through helping my grandma clean his incision sites and bring him food and water and just keep him company, I found that I really have a passion for caring for others when they need it the most. I knew when I wanted to go back to nursing school that I wanted a program that had such a strong reputation, and I knew that was going to be Cape Fear. There is a shortage of healthcare workers, and a big hurdle I know I personally faced was funding. I want to get out there and I want to work and help, but it's hard when you feel like it's impossible with wondering how am I going to make ends meet, if I can really do this financially. I was made aware of the scholarships from the New Hanover Community Endowment at orientation, so I went home that day and applied for every single scholarship that I was eligible for. Having the generosity of the New Hanover Community Endowment really makes healthcare education accessible and allowed me to fully commit to going back to school. When you are states away from your family and you're supporting yourself, to then suddenly have this community supporting you, it means the world. I'm looking forward to getting to work at the hospital here and serve this community and being able to pay back what's been given to me. I owe so much to Cape Fear, and I owe so much to this endowment for helping me pursue what's been a lifelong dream of mine.
Welcome back to the 2025 Region 10 Women's Basketball Quarterfinals at Cape Fear Community College in Wilmington, North Carolina. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. No leader here. We're even Steven at 27 apiece. This 4-5 matchup, Southwest Virginia and Louisburg. A game that had 6 lead changes in the first half and 4 ties. Leading scorers in the game for Southwest Virginia, Paige Niehammer with 9 points, 6 for Johnson, 4 apiece for Day and Vinoy, 2 for Harvey, 2 for Francis. For Louisburg, White has 8, Patterson has 7, 5 apiece for Correa and Clowney, and 2 for Adams. As we're underway, winner of this game plays the top seed, Cape Fear Community College, in the semifinals. Nice little play out of the timeout for Southwest Virginia to start the second half. As Johnson gets the bucket, she's up to 8. It's win or go home time. As Southwest Virginia takes the 2-point lead in the first couple of seconds. Here's Correa with 10 on the shot clock. Swings it out to Adams for 3. And the rebound controlled by Owens. Francis, entry pass deflected by Patterson. She's got the tough task of guarding Paige Niehammer. Wins the battle that time. Skying shot off the glass. Correa scores. She's got 7. Shot off the mark, tip for the rebound. Johnson's getting a lot of extra effort opportunities. Niehammer, tough angle there. And gotten to know where you are on the block. And Paige Niehammer, it's off the glass, out of bounds, off the side of the backboard. So Louisburg has led by as many as 10 in this game. They had a 14-0 run in the first quarter. Handoff goes to White. Scoop can't score. Rebound by Johnson again, who she and Niehammer both on their way to double-doubles here today. Open look for Owens. Corner 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Adams. That's going to be poked away. It'll stay with the Canes. Louisburg has lost 3 straight games entering the tournament. They were 0-2 this year against Southwest Virginia, although both games competitive. Backdoor cut. Ball was deflected, but Correa able to recover. It's it out to Clowney. Still plenty of time. Clowney for 3. Back rimmed it. Fight for the rebound. It's controlled by the Flying Eagles. Day swings it out. Now back out to Francis. Patterson trying to stay in front of Niehammer. That's what you got to do. Now they get it down the page. Has to get rid of it or avoid the 3-second call. It's swung over to Owens with 10 on the shot clock. She comes up short. Patterson, the board. Pass deflected. Nicely done there by Francis. It'll be a steal by Owens, but Francis got the initial deflection. Now Niehammer in the lane. Lays it off the glass and in. Southwest Virginia goes on top as Niehammer's in double figures with 11. 7:24 left to go here in the third quarter. Just underway in this second half. We'll be back.
Domino's Perfect Combo includes 2 pizzas, 2 sides, and a 2-liter bottle of Coke. So we were asking real people how much they think all of this costs.
$35. $45, $50.
$19.99.
I'm
about to order that when I get home. It's Domino's Perfect Combo, and it's all just $19.99.
Where's Napoleon? That gets a pot for us.
7:24 left to go here in this third quarter, just underway in the second half. Chris Sheeman with you. Region 10 quarterfinals. As the men will play the semifinals later also at Cape Fear. So long day of basketball. Tournament time. Gotta love it. Best time of the year for sports. You got spring training underway. March Madness at all levels, really. Airballed shot, put back no by Patterson, and then it's off Kneehammer out of bounds. So Patterson really making Kneehammer work down low. Right now, Southwest Virginia has a 2-point lead. 5 ties, 6 lead changes here in this one. Into Patterson, and Patterson might have had that block by Johnson. 2 really good post players for Thad Lambert when you talk about Kneehammer and Johnson, and then Harvey comes off the bench to provide rest. Adams thought she had all ball there. Instead, it's a whistle and a foul on the Canes. So Francis looking to inbound it. 22 on the shot clock. It goes into Johnson. Ball deflected to Kneehammer. Kneehammer backing down. Had the size mismatch. Just kind of lost it out of bounds there. Mistake by Paige Kneehammer. Gives the ball back to the Hurricanes. Louisburg had their best offensive month at the beginning of the year in November. They were averaging about 76 points per game, as the little bunny is good for Adams. Ever since then, they've been about 68 points a game. Six ties, 6 lead changes now in the game. Francis, it's Owens in the corner, long on the 3. Rebound comes right to Day. Francis down low to Johnson. Johnson trying to get into double figures, misses the first and the second. Patterson collects the rebound. Patterson might have a shot at a double-double today as Adams gets another one to go. Back-to-back buckets for her. Louisburg back on top. .547 to go here in the third. Francis on the near side. Francis into the lane, floats it up, and the rebound controlled by Louisburg. They're off and running. Clowney to Adams. Heat check time. Missed that one. Kneehammer the board. Francis into the forecourt. Looking for Kneehammer. That pass was off the mark, but it's saved right back to Francis. Now they get it to Kneehammer. Kneehammer double team comes. Missed it short. Stays with it. The reverse can't bank it. Third time now here on this possession for Southwest Virginia. And this time Kneehammer goes right to the hoop and scores. 13 in the game for Kneehammer. We are tied again. And Adams got whacked on the other end. So Adams will have free throws when we come back. 4:57 left to go here in the third quarter. We are tied again at 33 apiece.
Welcome to the future of education, where knowledge is not just acquired, but experienced, where students become makers, problem solvers, designers, and innovators as they develop the skills that will shape their future. Welcome to CFCC. Welcome to the modern classroom. Explore the limitless possibilities of learning. Shape your future. Learn more today at cfcc.edu.
back to live action. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. As Southwest Virginia trying to go quick out of the timeout, they come up short, and Adams pushing the tempo. Adams right to the hoop. Being aggressive offensively. She's got 8 points, 6 of that here in this second half. Louisburg by 2 in a game that has had very little separation in it. Vanoy off the bench is fouled. Second team foul on Louisburg, none yet on the Flying Eagles. Vanoy with 4 points here today. Kaylin Vanoy from Paintsville, Kentucky, a 50-50 free throw shooter. I've been to Paintsville up that country music highway. The Hillbilly Highway, Route 23. So Vanoy gets 1 out of 2. She's got 5. It's a 1-point game. Adams, corner 3. Rainbow shot is good. Adams cannot miss right now. Adams has 11. I believe Adams has the bulk of the points here for Louisburg in this third quarter. She had 2 at halftime, so she's got 9 in the quarter. Louisburg has 11 points overall here in this third. So Adams has 9 of those 11 as we're at the 3:50 mark here in the third quarter. Region 10 quarterfinals. Ryan and Stratton, the reigning champs, on the court next. As Clowney buries it. Louisburg has pushed the lead out to 6, and that's going to get Paige Niehammer and Francis back in the game. Here's Johnson, top of the key. Handoff to Vanoy. Defender fell down. Back to Johnson looking for Harvey. Harvey, turnaround J is good for her. And a player down, it's Patterson. And I think we might have a foul after the basket on Southwest Virginia. So first foul of the quarter on the Flying Eagles, coming in at 17-9. Another strong season for Thad Lambert's team. Can they get some postseason success? Right now they're up against it, the 5-seed Louisburg by 4. Patterson swishes it through. Patterson now has 9 in the game. Louisburg by 6. 9 points, but her impact has been felt on this end of the court as well. Here's Niehammer back in the game. Handoff goes to Owens. Owens looking to get it back to Page, and Correa makes a nice defensive play. What a pass. What an extra pass. And then Adams with a rare miss here in the third quarter. 2 nice passes, but Louisburg comes up empty. It's Francis left of the lane, attacking, too strong off the glass. Rebound by Patterson. Throws it on the dime to Adams, lays it up and in. Adams with 11 for Louisburg here in this quarter. Timeout, Southwest Virginia. Louisburg leads by 8. 2:21 left to go here in quarter number 3. We'll step aside and we'll come right back. the way, that graphic that you saw there on your screen with the QR code, that's Karen. She's taking the pictures in the gym. So if you folks want to buy some souvenir photos, maybe get them in a nice frame or something like that, you just scan that QR code, and you could do that. Vinoy's going to come back into the game as Southwest Virginia coming up empty. Credit Louisburg. They've played a nice defensive game. Nehammer does have 13, but not being her usual dominant self, and nobody else really doing much. Nehammer and Johnson have 21 of the 36 between those two players. Adams has been red hot, gets it up to White. Now Clowney from downtown. Page has another board. Owens into the forecourt. Clowney and Adams in the backcourt have been pests defensively. We mentioned Patterson guarding Nehammer. Day corner three, way off. Nehammer's just got too much size there. Her putback is too strong, though. Gets it back, tries it again, scores, and the foul. So Nehammer now up to 15 points. Chance to get to 16 at the free throw line, and that's a situation where, yeah, it's a foul, but one player is just bigger than the other. Guilford Tech and Bryan and Stratton will be our next game. Guilford Tech won over Wake Tech, but they had to win over a 2-day span. The power went out in the gym at the start of the third quarter on Wednesday, so they had to come back to Wake Tech on Thursday, and they still beat them. I got to think the coaches said, look, if I got to warm up this bus again, we are not losing this game. We are not going to this gym 2 times to lose. Adams, just her second miss here in the quarter. She's got 11 in the quarter and 13 in the game to lead her team. Vinoy on the wing. Nehammer driving. Nehammer puts it off the glass and short. Rebound, Correa. Correa going coast to coast, puts it up, no. Here's Owens throwing it ahead to Nehammer. Nehammer, yes. Nehammer now has 18 points, and it's a 3-point game. Clowney out to Patterson for 3. No good. She knew she missed it. Tried to hustle in for the rebound and deflected it out of bounds. So last shot time here for the Flying Eagles in a game that's had 7 ties and 6 lead changes. Louisburg's had themselves a nice third quarter. They bring in Harvey. Here's Nehammer. Nehammer attacks. Nehammer scores. Up to 20 in the game. Now she's starting to look more comfortable. 2 seconds to work with. Here's Adams. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Nip and tuck between the 4 seed and the 5 seed. Right now it's Louisburg by 1 as we go to the final frame. Final 10 minutes about to get underway here in our second quarterfinal game. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Be with you all weekend into the weekend. Championship game Saturday at 1. Semifinal for the winner of this game will be against Cape Fear at 2 p.m. tomorrow here in Wilmington. Korea with 7 points today. Scoops it over to Patterson. Out to Adams for 3, no good. Board by Francis. Southwest Virginia trying to take its first lead here in this second half. They get it down to Johnson. Johnson can't get it to go. Boy, Patterson, whew, she is a one-man wrecking crew, and she's going to be tired after she gets the big piece of chicken in the post-game meal. All the work she's had to do against not only Niehammer, but Johnson and Harvey down low. And Korea now whistled for a reach. Francis to inbound it, gets it into Day. Day from way outside, missed it short. There's Johnson with the tip, couldn't save it in bounds though. So it'll go back to the Hurricanes. Louisburg has led by as many as 10. If you're just joining us, 6 lead changes, 7 ties here this afternoon. That was poked away from Adams. Finally, they play some defense on her. Francis into the front court. Looking in for Niehammer. Niehammer down low, puts it off the glass, no. Follows her miss, no, but she's fouled. Niehammer has 20. Averaging 22 a game, 68% free throw shooter at the line. Second team foul on Louisburg, and Patterson's going to have to sit down. Amaya Griffin will come into the game. She started the game, but we have not seen her in the second half until now. Again, Bryan and Stratton after this, taking on Guilford Tech, and then Cleveland and Fayetteville Tech. Niehammer now with 21 in the game. We are tied now for the 8th time today. For Louisburg, it's White. 8 points in the first half. She's stuck on 8. Francis on the wing. Johnson looking down low. She'll take it herself. She's got the size advantage, and then it's poked away. Just little gnats, little frustrating little gnats these Louisburg Hurricanes are. You can see clearly that the Flying Eagles have the size advantage, but just doing what you can if you're Korea, if you're Clowney, and if you're Patterson. And away from the ball, we got a player shaken up. White took a shot on a collision. There was no foul called, I don't think. The referee did stop play, though. So Patterson's going to come back into the game. Hopefully White will be okay. 8 on the shot clock for Southwest Virginia. Ball tipped, and it's another steal. Louisburg came in, averaging 9.4 steals per game. Not exactly at the top of the region in that category, but playing some really nice team defense here today. Korea swings it out. It's Patterson. Left wing 3 is short. Rebound Francis. Southwest Virginia, really good rebounding team. It's been a lot of one and dones for Louisburg. Not a lot of extra chance opportunities for them here today, courtesy of the Flying Eagles, who have the nation's leader in rebounding in just about every category. Korea swings it out. Patterson. Shot was blocked. So Johnson making a nice defensive play. Niehammer comes up with it. Now Francis walks it into the forecourt. 7:16 to go in the game. All tied at 44. Niehammer swings it out to Day. Back to Page. And the Region 10 Player of the Year blows by the defense but can't score, so she'll have to earn it at the free throw line. Niehammer is 8th in the country in free throw attempts per game at 7.6. She's up to 22 points, right at her season average here today. Make it 23. So Flying Eagles are back up by 2, 46-44. We're 3 minutes into the final quarter. Correa goes left of the lane, now backs it out. Francis applying some pressure. And Clowney is fouled. First foul of the quarter on Southwest Virginia. Louisburg already has 3. So 20 on the shot clock now. Clowney will inbound it. Adams with 13, Patterson with 9. 8 for White, and then 7 apiece for Correa and Clowney. That's all the scoring for Louisburg. Here goes Clowney. Pull up in the lane, missed it short. Niehammer couldn't quite gather the rebound, so this will be a rare extra chance opportunity for the Hurricanes. Adams to Clowney. Clowney goes down low to Griffin. Griffin over a double team, an air ball. Ball deflected out. Patterson gets there. Another hustle play for her. They try to reward her, and the bucket is short, but it comes right to Clowney. The putback no good. Louisburg cold right now. Southwest Virginia will try to build on a 2-point lead with Francis top of the key. Swings it out to Owens. Here's Johnson, too strong. Tip for the rebound, and it's recovered by Louisburg. Here come the Canes. Correa rockets it down low to Griffin, and she traveled with the basketball. Not exactly a picture-perfect fourth quarter in what has been a pretty competitive game. Credit both defenses. This is a Southwest Virginia team that has come into the game allowing just under 58 points per game. They turn it over here, and the bucket in and out by Adams. Rebound controlled by Day. Nearing the midway point of the final quarter. Low-scoring affair. Francis attacks. Francis off the glass and in. That's her second bucket. Southwest Virginia now leading by 4. And when it's nice answer there by Correa. Bucket that Louisburg really needed there. Now they'll apply a little bit of pressure here. Down low, the bank is open. And that was Day scoring. We're going to get a timeout for Southwest Virginia. We'll take it to 4:36 left to go in the ball game. The Flying Eagles lead at 50-46. That's me, Chris Sheeman. Happy to be back with you. Thanks for hanging out with me this week and into the weekend as we wrap up the Region 10 women's basketball season. 4-5 matchup has lived up to expectations. Right now, the 4 seed leading the 5 seed at Southwest Virginia 50, Louisburg 46. 4:20 remaining in the game. Patterson. Adams with 11 points in the half. Handoff to Correa. 7 to shoot. Back to Adams. She'll pop. Can't score. Niehammer the box out. There's Francis into the front court. Owens was open, but they want to wait for Niehammer. Now Johnson out to Day on the right side. Day gets a pick. The 3 is no good. Rebound Clowney. Who's going to get hot in the final 3:43 of this one? Whichever team can put together a little bit of a run here will be enough in this low-scoring defensive battle. Adams was hot in the third quarter. Has not scored yet here in the fourth. And the ball goes back to the Flying Eagles. Winner of this game will play the top seed, Cape Fear Sea Devils. 20th in the country, Sea Devils winning over Richard Bland earlier today. That 10 a.m. game, that's a rough one, and it took Cape Fear a little while to wake up. I don't blame them. I'm not a morning person either. But about midway through the third quarter, they really put the clamps down. All alone, the easy one for Johnson, who's in double figures now with 10. And in this kind of a low-scoring game, a 6-point lead can feel much larger. So Louisburg's really got to get it going here. Off 1 foot, Clowney can't answer. And another bucket, you're looking at a 3-possession game. Down low, Niehammer. Niehammer, no, but she's fouled. Niehammer with a game-high 23. She has been as advertised here today, the Region 10 Player of the Year. She had 37 and 19 in the first meeting with Louisburg back on November 16th. Stuck on 23 here for now. Make it 24 for Niehammer. So it is a 3-possession game. Louisburg has to really value these possessions now against the best defensive team in Region 10, Southwest Virginia. Correa draws contact, and that's something that if Louisburg can get to the free throw line down the stretch here, will benefit them. They're one of the better free throw shooting teams in the region. They are second, as a matter of fact, at 67% as a team. And Correa is an 80% free throw shooter. She goes into double figures now with 10. Make it 11. Louisburg needs stops as well as they show a little bit of a trap zone here. And now Francis will set up the offense for the Flying Eagles. Clock's your buddy right now. Francis attacks. Top of the key, it's Johnson. They get it down low to Niehammer. Niehammer double team comes. Niehammer, nice pass. Bucket at the buzzer for Johnson. Beautiful use of the clock and offense and cuts and passes. Everything went right there for Southwest Virginia. Louisburg able to answer back. That was Clowney now with 9 in the game. So 2-possession game still. Minute 35 to go. Here's Francis getting it down low. Niehammer called for the offensive foul. That's a good call. That little push, you don't see any complaining there. Just the 3rd foul. Southwest Virginia still has one more to give. But that window now has sprung open for the Canes. Adams driving. Adams, yeah, tough one there with two taller players on her. It will stay with the Canes. 16 on the shot clock. Possession never changed here. Minute 18 on the game clock. We have had 9 ties and 6 lead changes in this one. Right now, Flying Eagles in a 2-possession game. Francis gets it out. Patterson, 5 to shoot, swings it out. Corner 3. This would be huge. No good, though. Adams was looking, couldn't get it to go. And now we're inside a minute. Paige Niehammer attacks. Blocked but fouled by Patterson. And that's not the worst idea to stop the clock. Try to extend the game a little bit here. Paige Niehammer, 24 in the game. So either way now, even if she makes this, it's still a 2-possession game. Niehammer frustrated. Got to gather, though. Oh, she missed them both. So Louisburg will call timeout here. They have 2 left to advance the basketball with 53 seconds left to go. We'll be right back.
As a Cape Fear grad, you have options. Maybe too many options. Are you ready? Get started at Cape Fear today.
Welcome back, everybody. We have 53 seconds left to go. Our second quarterfinal has been nip and tuck. Right now, Louisburg with the basketball, trailing by 5. Possession arrow favors Southwest Virginia. The Flying Eagles have some fouls to play with here. They have just 3, you can see there in the bottom left. So they can stay aggressive defensively. As Clowney's trying to get it in, and it's intercepted. It's a steal. And smart play there by Day to run, back it out, run some clock. Francis is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Now with 46.5, Francis 71% free throw shooter, one of the better free throw shooters on the team. If she can make this a 3-possession game, that'll put Southwest Virginia really in the driver's seat. Remember, Louisburg still has those 2 timeouts, though. Francis now with 5 in the game. Long on that one, and she pokes the rebound. No, they say it's off Louisburg. What hustle there by Francis. I thought she might have touched it last, but, I'm like 4 states away, and that guy's right there. So Francis with a beautiful play. Thad Lambert's going to stop the clock here and set something up for his team, who, again, are not shooting free throws the way that they would like, but getting that hustle play was huge because now Louisburg is going to have to foul again. So we'll take time out in a 6-point game, and we'll come back here in just a moment.
And the Grammy goes to Pecados y Milagros by Lila Downs.
Thank you so much, Mama, for feeding me through my belly button the wisdom and the strength to love through music. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Viva México.
Welcome back, everybody. 46 seconds left to go here in our second quarterfinal, and it's been a tight one and a fun one. Right now, Southwest Virginia is going to keep the basketball. And they're still a free throw away from really being in the driver's seat. It's still a 2-possession game. Louisburg will have to foul quickly here, and they get Francis. Hit 1 out of 2 moments ago. Vanoy is going to come into the game for Day, so a little maneuvering here for Thad Lambert. Defense for offense or offense for defense or whichever it is. Oh, boy, Southwest Virginia just does not want to win this game. They are leaving that window. Mistakes at the free throw line, really. 1 out of 2 is really all Francis needed there, though. It's 57-50. Now Louisburg will use one of its last 2 timeouts to advance the basketball. So they're going to have to go quick, and we'll see what they draw up when we come back. Okay, back to live action, 43.9 left to go. Need a sense of urgency here for the Hurricanes. They got to get 3 possessions. Clowney goes quick, can't score. Ball tipped, Niehammer rebound, and she is fouled. With 33 seconds. Still plenty of time, and it'll be a 3-possession game. You can definitely get 3 possessions out of this, but Southwest Virginia looking good here. Can they hit some free throws? Niehammer missed her last couple. She still has a game high now, 25 points. And 1 out of 2. So Louisburg saving that last time out. Patterson steps into a 3, blocked by Niehammer. And that might do it. Well, it will not be for lack of effort today if things do not turn out for the Canes. They just went cold at the wrong time. And the first free throw is good for Johnson. Johnson, the other player in double figures for Southwest Virginia. And make it now 14 for Johnson. So it's a 10-point game, 4-possession game, and Louisburg will need some miracles here, and they're not going to get it. So Southwest Virginia is going to advance. They will win their 18th game of the season, and they'll get a chance at the top seed. Louisburg will not foul the Flying Eagles. Well, I thought they weren't foul. They're going to get a steal instead. And a little extra points for Korea now, who has 13, but that'll do it. Louisburg's season comes to an end at 10-12, and the Flying Eagles are moving on to the semifinals. They'll take on the top seed Cape Fear tomorrow at 2 p.m. So we've got one half of the bracket filled out. Still got to finish the bottom half. And the reigning champs are on the court next. It's Bryan and Stratton and Guilford Tech 20 minutes from now. Don't go too far. We'll be back.